Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. It is Wednesday, February 26, 2014. Dollar Tree reported earnings this morning, is down pre-market. I put this out at my private Twitter feed. Also posted OptionMillionaires.com on the blog there and talked about a downside possibly coming here, a head and shoulders pattern. And then if you look from a longer term perspective, just looks kind of bearish here on the chart. Support here at about the $49 level. If we break through that, oh my goodness, opens up really a deluge of selling. But we'll see if that is the case. Everyone's blaming weak numbers on the weather, so this could just be the weather keeping buyers away. So I'd be a little wary of this decline. I'm in the $50 puts. And we'll see what happens here intraday. It's going to be interesting to see if we bounce back. Right now, the stock is at $51 pre-market, down $1.68 or 3%. But we have some bullish reports out. Cablevision this morning is up higher. We have Lowe's is up higher. Home Depot yesterday was up significantly. So Lowe's was up 1.88%. Home Depot was up 4% yesterday. So we get a lot of bullish activity for some of these earnings trades. A&F, a stock that I thought was going to top here. And if you look from a longer term perspective, I grouped this with the Dollar Tree trade, although I did not enter this one, namely because the options are priced so exorbitantly high. And I went with Dollar Tree instead, which I got the 50s for 50 cents. How appropriate is that? But if you looked for a move, for instance, even a move up here to the $38 level, which is where the stock is right now pre-market, those options are almost $1. So you're not really, and those are weekly. With the Dollar Tree, those are monthly. So I got weeks. I got weeks for that just to marinate and just make me some money. But if you look, Abercrombie Fitch, even if you get that move up where we got about 6-7% here, not going to make you so much money. But if you look from a longer term perspective, just looks, there's a 5-year weekly chart, just looks bearish to me. Still does. So maybe we'll see if we get the ramp up here this morning. Maybe I'll get some puts. I'll let you know in the chat room via private Twitter. Not so sure about that, but we'll see. Same kind of chart with FCX. I bring this up continuously. We have that head and shoulders pattern. Looked like it was going to break. It's like, here we go. And then, oh, I faked you out, buddy. Faked you. But you can see we're right at support resistance here. We see we're pulling back here on FCX. Let's move into some, and then we have JCPenney. Let me go to the earnings after the bell. We have Autodesk, which is a stock I traded a couple years ago on this head and shoulders pattern. We had a beautiful decline post earnings. See this wick? Woo! I was in that. I was in it there. Yeah, I sold. And then look at the move we had. Autodesk is just skyrocketing, pretty much at all-time highs, I believe. Let me pull back and see if there wasn't a higher price at the internet bubble. Pretty close, but you can see just rocking it up. We're in no man's land, so it's going to be interesting to see where it heads. I'm not trading it for earnings here, only because I have nothing really to base it on. So let's go to Baidu. Baidu's reporting earnings after the bell today, and you can see I brought this up here, this wedge, and we broke to the upside out of it. Just a beautiful move to the upside, remaining at support here. So Baidu, I would not be surprised to see it head higher post earnings. JCPenney, I don't know why I keep typing this one in. I shouldn't even. I said once we broke through this, the company's going to go bankrupt, and we're pretty close. It's almost at penny stock status, right? Sub $5. So we're getting there. So JCPenney, I'm just going to bring it up just for the heck of it because they still do operate stores and stuff, and maybe Facebook could buy them out for $6 trillion and everything will be okay. We have RIG, which is Transocean. Look at this wedge. I didn't just draw this up. This is something I drew a long time ago. And look at this wedge. So we're going to get a sharp move in either direction. Could be higher. We've been seeing oil rise in price over the last couple months. And then finally we have UNXL, stock I've been talking about quite a lot here at OptionMillionaires.com. It's at resistance here. It's going to be very interesting to see where it heads here. Obviously, I don't know if it's as much earnings that's going to come out after the bell. It's more going to be more of the same kind of like if then. It's like programming a computer language. There's going to be no substantial data revealed. It's going to be like if then go to maybe we'll see profit, and if then we don't make any sales, then revenue will not be there. I don't know. They're just trying to make a joke. That wasn't really funny, which is probably why I am not on the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Let's move into some general stocks. GDX. I talked about this in the via live audio at the OptionMillionaires.com in the chat room there. I was on live audio and I said, listen, this looking for a breakdown here And the 2650 puts at the time were like 33 cents. Love them. They're really cheap, and I think we're going to see move back down. Not sure it's going to happen this week, but we're going to get a move under the $26 level, which is going to be very nice. We like that. TLT, I am not in the calls here or the puts, but I do like the puts still. I've been burned on this a couple times in the past, but also made some profit. If you look here, this is a nice flagging pattern. We possibly make the move up to 110. Kind of defies logic that we're getting bonds and stocks rising at the same time. This was an analyst last week talking about the fact that, hey, stocks might still go higher, but don't sell the bonds. So we'll see. Right now, we're not seeing any kind of selling. We're seeing a kind of really a curling pattern here. But I think at some point, if we see TLT continue to rise, stocks are going to take a little bit of a hit. But we'll see. We'll see. Nothing's written in stone. Tesla, new all-time highs here yesterday. See that beautiful wick? We're right up here. We're right back there pre-market at about the 259 level. I wonder how many more people are going to short it. Talked about this in the chat room as well. I talked about it actually back here. See at the lows? Said it was going to go over 200 bucks. It did. I also said it was going to be a 350, 400, and then ultimately a $450 stock because Bank of America Merrill Lynch has a $45 price target on it. And I said, yeah, that'll get hit after they do a 10-for-1 forward split. So they'll be right at some point. Yeah, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And let's move on to the VXX, which tracks volatility, and it was beaten down late in the session yesterday. Beaten down just as stocks rallied. Look at that beat down, and you can look at the S&P 500 ETF. Look at the spike rate. Just ignore that black candle there. That's irrelevant. Any kind of downside, we ignore downside action in this market because everything's supposed to go up. So yeah, and then if you look from a longer term perspective for the S&P 500 ETF, the spiders, I just drew this line kind of haphazardly. Basically, it's just like, hello, follow this line, follow the yellow brick, well, follow, whatever. That's not funny either. I'm not going to make any more jokes. Let's just talk facts here. No fiction. But you can look at this move up from 2009. Just beautiful. Just a really beautiful move up. Continues to the upside. Just look over the last year. The trend is your friend, really. And you look at it, any kind of pullback that we've had, look at this beautiful pullback. V-bottom. Love V-bottoms. Look at the V-bottoms. V-bottoms have worked since the November lows. Back to Abenomics. We have the dollar-yen, the yen weakening, dollar gaining strength. I mean, everything's pointing to higher prices for stocks. We talk about this too at the blog at optionmillionaires.com and in this chat room. The fact there's less shares now than ever before because corporations are utilizing the low interest rates to finance debt to purchase back stock that they've issued. Also, we have mergers and acquisitions, and we have less shares out there to be bought. So basic theory of supply and demand. UPB here. First Solar is down. Let's just pull up First Solar real quick, and then we'll get out of here. That's Facebook. First Solar. There it is. Look at the decline we had here, down from the 59 level. On earnings, down about $7.50. That's going to be an interesting trade also. We have Solar City, which is actually higher this morning. You would think, oh, First Solar's down. Solar City is just... Solar City looks on course for $100. When this was $36 a couple months ago, I talked about it. Go to Stock Twits and Twitter. I said this was a $80 stock and $36 clothing. All right, UPB here. Everyone have a great trading day. I'll see you in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com and some wisecrack remarks on Stock Twits and Twitter. Everyone have a great trading day. Goodbye.